Hey everybody, I'm Joseph, aka Rockstar Joe, and welcome back to a Blerd's Intermission podcast. It's episode 16, and I am fucking excited. Hopefully, you all are doing well and taking care of yourselves. I know I've definitely been trying to. Um, I know, obviously, you can definitely hear it in the tone and how I'm speaking, but I'm doing much better than I was last week. Um, with this week, episode 16, I'm back with the usual Blerd talk, along with some other topics. As for topics, today topics consist of music, video games, books, TV and movies, along with a discussion surrounding, my upcoming project, Intermission, the introduction to Meraki. Oh, and before I forget, definitely want to share it or shed some light on how to create your own podcast. Someone asked me this earlier, so just following up with that question. But I guess to get straight to it, like with music, starting on first. I'm still listening to the same thing, man. It's been 2-3 weeks, but it's been the same shit. I'm still cranking to Dave East's Karma 3. Um, Definitely been listening to Big Sean's Detroit 2 album. Still listening to Nas, most recent album. And this upcoming Friday, I have to check out the homies Dizzy Wright's new project, My Hustle's Unmatched. Man, speaking of music, like, yo, this man deserved this recognition by now. Dizzy Wright has been in the game, I feel like for at least a decade at this point, if not at least more than six years. But Dizzy Wright is born and is from Flint, Michigan, but he definitely resides in Las Vegas and definitely represents Las Vegas as well. My guy's been consistent, yo. And I'm like, the reason why I fuck with him is the same reason why I fuck with Logic. That message, staying true to yourself. Putting the music out there that you feel comfortable with, like not pleasing to the middleman or bigger man. Like staying true to self. I had the chance to see him at a actual Logic concert. Speaking of that, I had the chance to see him. I think it was for the Incredible Tour, or was it called the Incredible World Tour? But it was at, what is it? Excuse me. It was at I think Bliss in Northeast DC. But to hear his music with a live band was incredible. I suggest if your favorite musician isn't using live bands at some point, I don't know, question his ability to make music. His or she's, my bad. His or she. Yikes. His or she's. How do you say that? His or she's? Like what the hell? His or hers? Something like that. Anyway, yeah. Check them out. The album's already out, but yeah, I know for me, I didn't have the chance to listen to it last Friday, so I definitely already put that in my schedule to listen to. Video games. Yeah, I'm so fucking content with the shit that I have right now. I'm so happy. Recently I picked up Marvel Avengers, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, NBA 2K21, Telling Lies, Destroy All Humans 2, and some other games. But I'm just so happy with the seasons changing. I'm definitely trying to increase my workout, increase the things that I do for self and also for my daughter. But to have these opportunities when it's time to like chill and like truly enjoy self and just step away from the light and all that shit, like I am just gonna be happy and glued to the fucking seat playing these games. I had the chance to play like Marvel 3 days before release. Fucking love it, yo. Fucking love it. I love the introduction, how they're introducing the characters. If I'm not mistaken, I know they're going to add Hawkeye and his daughter, what is Kate Bishop, I believe, to the future DLC. I know they also are including Spider-Man, and I think there also is talks of adding Black Panther, and I believe this was pre Chadwick Boseman's death. But what I'm saying, if you have the money, you have the opportunity, by all means, check that game out. It is fucking lovely. you know, at first, I was definitely, I'm a huge fan of all the characters as provided with the game day release. But By default, I was definitely looking forward towards playing as Iron Man, which I still am. Like, don't get it twisted. His fucking skill set and chart and all that is great. But Hulk, Hulk is out there, yo. This nigga is smashing the fuck out of things. No pun intended. Like that guy is a beast. And then I just recently got introduced to Thor. Man, whoo! Just being able to wield Mjolnir and just all that fucking lightning, bro. I'm just fucking happy, man. I'm happy. In the world of video games, I'm truly happy right now. Even 2K, despite the little cheats I'm doing, that shit is still holding up. Like I find myself spending more time with 2K surprisingly over Avengers, but all that shit's going to change about very, very soon. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm just happy, man. Real shit, real shit with that. My games, I don't even know. I think case wise, I have about 20 plus games, and then digitally stored, I have about like 40 plus. So, like I said, man, I'm just happy for the seasons to be changing, things to get a little bit cooler, even though I don't have Bay just yet. I'm quite sure it's gonna happen sometime soon or whenever it comes. But oh no, I'm just happy to be indoors. I mean, not to say like I'm not afraid to go outside or anything like that, but I'm just truly happy to be comfortable with staying in, especially within in these streets. Like shit is picking up in the city. Shit is picking up. I realize, and I've always said this to myself, but I'm starting to say this a bit more louder. But I realize, and this is a random topic as well, but the Metropolitan Police Department does not report everything that happens in the city, and it's like I've said that jokingly, but like there's really some truth to that shit. I woke up this morning just searching through articles and looking at the news and just seeing recent deaths and shit. It's fucked up they even have this mindset, but due to the culture and environment that I'm in right now, I feel like I have no choice. Like every day I wake up and every night before I go to bed, I make sure to check this little page out that basically provides the details and stories that the police should be providing. Um, but yeah, just try to keep up with the city, what's going on, good and bad. But unfortunately, it just seems like a lot of fucking bad is being promoted. But even then, with all the bad, even that's not being, you know, deemed with all the light that it should. Because, once again, like, shit, not everything's being reported. Um, I just had a conversation with my mother not too long ago. I was telling her, like, do you still take this certain route on the way to work? And if you do, just be mindful. Cause yeah, niggas is crazy. Like I've yet to, truly see, innocent older women and men be targeted. But you never know. You never know. At this point, what the only thing we can fucking do, or at least only thing that I can do, is continue to pray, be a good role model, stay the fuck out the way. Cause I don't know, man. DC is getting a bit wild, and yeah, I can't even compare it to Baltimore. Like I don't know. Could DC ever be like Baltimore again? Possibly. Can that be soon? Hopefully not. But yeah, that's that. Sorry for that little random tangent. On to books though. So freaking excited to even say this, but I managed to add a another resource to my community and have extended my library far beyond my imagination. Quick question though. If I was to start up like a book club and provide all the books digitally, would that be something that you all are interested in? You know, for those who truly know me, send me a text, email, whatever. And matter of fact, I say this to everyone. If you are interested, feel free to reach out via social media, my email, so forth. I've been really thinking about this for a while, and with this added resource that I have, I feel confident enough to say like I'll be able to get any and all books that could be what's the word I'm looking for, recommended, suggested, etc. I realize I just said the same word twice, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely interested with that. Um, with this, added discovery or added resource. I have like the next 4 books that I want to read laid out already. I have 2 books by my favorite philosopher, Alan Watts, And then I have two books from Charlemagne the God, aka Leonard McKelvey. um, I think his books are Black Privilege and Shook One. And for Alan Watts, I cannot remember off the dome, but one of them deals with like the wisdom of insecurity, and the other one I forgot. But I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop about how that reading is coming about. Um, yeah, but that's it for books, and then for TV and movie, like there's not much discussion with movies. I do want to throw it out there. I was able to get Tenet. I have yet to watch it. I need to. I really do, because I feel like this is just another continuation of Inception, but with his own perspective and concept added to it. But it's all by the same director and producer. As far as TV goes, honestly, I don't have cable. I don't want it. Usually, I'm just a person who downloads all the shit and all that. So once TV series that I've been glued and just interested in watching on a consistent basis is Lovecraft Country. I've been mentioning this a good portion. I've definitely shouted them out a good amount of times. Once again, they're on HBO. If you can take the time to look at it, the shit is just amazing. Each episode is an hour. So far we've only received 4 episodes, so episode 5 will be coming out on Sunday. So keep in mind, this is a weekly release title. But nah, man, the shit is just lovely. The story, the visuals, the creativity that it just goes into the show, the production, like the soundtrack, my God, like everything about it is just phenomenal. Sensational, like I don't know, man. And I also have to shout out Journey Smollett, aka Letitia Lewis, who that's who she plays in Lovecraft Country. But I fucking love her, man. I had the chance to meet her one of my times when I went to the White House. Her, and along with I think her name is Shonda Rhimes, in the cast of what's that show with Kerry Washington. I forgot the name of the show, but yeah, I had the chance to see them one of the times when I went to the White House, and I'll never forget this. I'm not sure I think it was Kerry Washington, because I think I was about to ask her a question, and I was so pressed to tell my friends when this happened, because I think I just transferred to Howard, and like shit was just lining up for itself, and I don't know, I just stood up, and keep in mind, like I'm big as shit, like I'm like 6'3", kind of bulky, you know what I'm saying, getting muscular, you know what I'm saying. But no, it was just like, oh shit. I was so pressed to be acknowledged by them. Especially Kerry Washington and Journey Smollett. But I was just like, man, this is nice. This is nice. Like, oh, okay, remember me, you know what I'm saying? But no, anyway, back to Journey Smollett. AKA, which I didn't even know she's related to Jesse Smollett. I thought that was a whole joke. I was like, this is interesting. They have the same name. I was definitely in denial. Especially with the bullshit he pulled. I was just like, I hope they're not related, but teach his own, they are. Saying about him, hopefully he's doing well, recovered from that little situation that he was in. But nah, man, real shit. Journey Smollett plays she does her character right. She really does. Like I think it was episode 3. Yes, episode 3. She ends up, having this money come through from her mother, quote unquote, to pay for this new house. And they're in this white neighborhood, and you can imagine 1950s Jim Crow era. These fucking white boys, put bricks on their fucking horns, and have that bitch just airing out the horn all night continuously. I love how fucking like the cinematography and just the realism. Is that even a fucking word to say? Realism. I guess the authenticity. There we go. Of just being consistent. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking excited, yo. I'm so excited. I'm stumbling over my words talking about this shit. Seriously though, if you can check it out, I guarantee you'll be interested. You'll be wanting to come back more and more every week. I wish they did kind of release this similar to like how Netflix just gives you the whole season, then you can watch it. I guarantee you, if they did that shit, I would have watched it 10 times by now. I don't care if it was an hour episode, 2 hours episode. Like the shit is just that good. It really is. Um, but yeah, that's it for TV and movies. Um, Before I get into my upcoming music project, I guess I can dive into this how to create a podcast. So as I mentioned, someone earlier asked me, and this was an older lady, you know what I'm saying, or I should say a wise lady. Motherfuckers be offended a little too easily, but this wise quote unquote young lady asked me, how did you start up a podcast, or how do you start up a podcast? And so my advice to that, I guess my response to that is first, I mean, you got to push all that shit out the way. The anxiety, the fears of being judged, or the fears of, wondering how many people are going to listen on a consistent basis. Like, you got to get all that shit out your mind. Identify something that you're passionate about, that you can talk about in an interesting way, not in a dull way, or, the same cookie cutter way everyone does the same shit. Like, no, make it unique to you. Once you, have that mindset of you're doing this for self, or you're doing this for a greater reason, you have the content that you want to talk about. At this point, you just got to invest into the right, tools. Invest into an audio interface, invest into a nice laptop. I know somebody asked me last week, like, yo, how much does it cost for a music studio? And I was like, shit ranges from anywhere from like 300, 500 to 100,000 plus. I know for me, this setup that I'm working with right now, I done fucking invested over at least $2,000 to $3,000. I have two fucking mics, actually three mics, two audio interface, a MacBook Pro, just a whole bunch of other shit. Pro Tools, that was like 300. FL Studios, that was like 300. Like, the shit can cost, but nonetheless, if you're, passionate about your shit, you ain't gonna complain about spending money. Let's be real. If you're passionate about what you do, love what you do, and doing it from the heart, like, to a degree, a price tag ain't gonna matter. So, once again, just, clear out the bullshit, the anxiety, the fears of, who's gonna listen, how many listeners, am I boring, all that. Clear that out. Come up with, the topics that you want to talk about. Be consistent. If you can, definitely have a partner, a co-host, because that would definitely make things a bit more easier. As far as conversation wise, I don't know truly a person. Well, never mind. I do know a couple narcissistic people who love just listening to themselves. But definitely recommend getting a co-host. And just I don't know, man. Like, once again, just stay true to self. Like, don't be fake. Don't be, boasting no false ass information. Like, be consistent, be real, be authentic. Be, acknowledge what you putting out there. I know on this podcast, I've definitely been a bit more open than what I thought I would, but at the same time, I can give a fuck less who judges or, tries to use this against me, because you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I spoke my truth. I know my truth. I know who I am. I know I can stumble over my words. I know I can be ignorant at times. I know I can be, I know what I can be. You know what I mean? But once again, you gotta know how to truly become comfortable with self and respect self and love self, and continue to just do what the fuck you want to do. Hopefully, that answers your question to how do you start and produce a podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. Most important thing I forgot. Obviously, pre and post production. Have someone to edit your shit, make it sound nice. And also have a resource where you can upload your work. I got so passionate about the other parts, I forgot to keep this fucking part in. But definitely do your research. It's similar to like the advice that I gave for music producers or artists. Like, if you're still uploading your shit to SoundCloud, you're not doing your research, because at this point there's plenty of resources out there that can connect you to Spotify, Apple, Google, all these stores. Like I said before, I pay literally $35 a month. Not a month, a year, to upload my music to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play, all those sources, and I'm literally just paying $35 a year. I get to see the royalties, and honestly, I love to share this with you. Like, my shit, as a producer, I haven't really been consistent putting like my work out there. But I'm definitely doing that now. But I've definitely managed to gain royalties off of tracks. Like, don't get it twisted, it's not up there in the hundreds just yet, but I've managed to make quite a little change from streams and all those good things. So like I said, a good website I can recommend, a good source is a Buzzsprout. I pay about $14 a month just to upload, up to what 3 or 4 hours of just audio. I'm in control. I do have a website for this podcast. I get to see, all the data, the numbers, the statistics, the geography, the I don't think we get to see the demographics, but definitely get to see the geography. Like I've said in previous episodes, shout out to those who listen in France and Paris, and those who are in the Middle East. Like, I fucking appreciate that. Like, you don't know how much that shit means to me. To be a young, I don't know, I've always seen it's like to be a kid, or to become a young man in the city. And I'm not famous. I'm not doing no ratchet shit for the publicity or likes and shit. So to be myself and to stay true to myself and have my work kind of go outside of this country, outside of the USA, into other continents, is just it's a humbling experience. Whether it's a group of one, group of two, three, four, five, and so forth. Like, I don't know, just that one number, that one connection outside of America. And there's been quite a few, but once again, like, I don't know, man. It's a lovely thing. But hopefully, like I said, my apologies for these tangents that I'm going on, but I'm just in a very excited mood today. So yeah, like I said, hopefully all this information provides a good use for you. Nonetheless, I wish you the best. But yeah, man, take that fucking leap, be free, take that jump, and do the shit. But yeah, that's that for right now. Last but not least, before I wrap it up, fucking the introduction. I'm sorry, intermission. The introduction to Meraki. So just yesterday, I just finished producing the last beat for that album. As of right now, I have about, I think, 16 tracks. I still have a bunch of other things to do, for the checklist, to knock off the checklist. Like, finalizing the track list, planning the album cover, kind of trying to get this little clearance on this little sample I want to use. I may just end up recording the shit myself and manipulating my voice to make it sound like how I want it to. But making sure the levels are good, and then also writing a script to guide the story of what I'm trying to deliver. But I'm just so fucking excited for this project. I had the chance to work with one of my special guests. Like, I don't want to put that person out there. I'd rather tease this shit up and then release it, and then you guys discover who I'm talking about. But man, I'm just so excited, dude. So fucking excited. Like, I had the chance to record like the first and only thing I've written so far for the script today, and I've in Pro Tools mixing and shit. And I was just so happy, so pressed to hear how it turned out. Like, originally, I definitely was going to let that be the intro to today's podcast. But I was like, calm down, guy. Like, calm down, my guy. Like, people can wait. But I'm definitely happy to see that there are some people who are definitely engaged in anticipating this release. I'm definitely happy for that. I guess the best way to end this podcast, this episode, I guess I can leave it off with like wisdom. Like, I've been seeing this a lot lately, and I guess it's something that I've also struggled with growing up. But I'm definitely there with the confidence, and have been for a while. But if you have that group of friends and you have ideas that they turn down, be like, that's too corny, or that's too wild, that's too big, by all means, I think it's time to get some new friends. We're in fucking 2020. COVID exists. At this point, if you ain't going for your dreams, attempting shit, what's the point of even living? Like, now is the time to step up there. If you want to be an entrepreneur, step the fuck up. do what you gotta do. Make those resources and do what you gotta do. Launch that company and be who you need to be. If you're a parent, you want to step up, man, step up, invest more time, do what you gotta do. If you want to be a better significant other, step the fuck up and do what you gotta do. Now is the time. This doesn't deal with color, but this just deals with being a human being as an individual. Step the fuck up and do what you gotta do now, man. Nothing is promised tomorrow. We always think we have time tomorrow, and it's like, nah. You always say, if I had the chance to do this, or if this is set up this way, I'll do this. And it's like, fuck that shit, bro. And I'm saying this to myself as well, but now is the time to just truly be self, be you, be quote unquote corny. Like, now it's just about you. Everyone deserves the right to be happy. Everyone. Now, if you have some fucked up intentions, fuck you. You're not really included into, what I'm really talking about. But once again, I mean that shit. I think I seen this image that was being shared on social media by T-Pain. He was like, if you have those group of friends that, say some of your ideas are corny or, whack and shit like that, like, fuck that. Now is the time that you need to just step out there, see what's out there, And I mean, it's true. Like, what's the point of living if you ain't living? You know what I mean? If you ain't taking risks and you just standing for the same old shit, falling into a routine, what's the point? Now is the time. To my creatives, fucking create. To my lovers, continue to love. To my haters, continue to fucking hate, because you're going to make us great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make that rhyme, even though it sounded like they did. But, seriously, man. Seriously, yo. Fuck Trump. Now is the time to vote. Like, fuck this, bro. Like, I don't know, man. There's so much shit I can say, but I won't even try to stretch this podcast for this episode. I'll let the shit trickle over into the next episodes. But yeah, man, I'm just fucking happy. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I guess, I'm definitely, I don't know. Sheesh. No, seriously, fuck, I'm still saying it. Yikes. I don't know what to say. On that note, I'll just let it be. I really have to stop saying It's such a fucking default. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy today's episode. I told you it's gonna be much better than the previous one. Much more energy would be there. Continue to be safe. Like I said, man, now is the time to be you. If you haven't, now it's time to be, that risk taker. Take that leap of faith. Hit that girl up. Hit that guy up. Tell that person you love them. Forgive the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit out. Come together, love, etc. Cause tomorrow's not promised, man. But as always, the marathon continues with peace, love, and positivity. I will check on you guys next week. I hope you all stay safe, be safe, and yeah, man, PLP. Talk to you guys later.